streetwear, a style that was defined by its community. Skaters, graffiti artists, and kids customizing tees in their bedroom. Access was gatekept by geography, boutiques, and industry insiders. Now access is unlimited. It's about algorithms and reach. Who can build the best aesthetic? One minute you're scrolling through reels, the next you've somehow bought a $90 hoodie from a brand you've never heard of, run by a 19-year-old off of an iPhone. Instagram didn't just change how we see streetwear, it changed how it's made. This is a story of how Instagram built an entire generation of clothing brands, and in doing so, rewrote the rules of fashion commerce. In the early 2010s, Instagram was simple, but very quickly something shifted. Instagram became aesthetics. You didn't need a boutique or fashion week to build hype anymore. Just a compelling visual identity. This was the birth of the Instagram clothing brand, while style became content and content became commerce. Most of these brands cracked the code. They followed a new, highly efficient blueprint for success. Step 1. Master the aesthetic. They created a minimal logo, shot everything against clean backdrops, and used fonts that sold an aspirational lifestyle. They understood that in a scrolling feed, clarity equals desirability. This wasn't laziness, it was visual engineering designed for the mobile screen.
Culture.
That was speaking from our perspective of this new hybrid being that we were all seeing in ourselves.
Just by doing what he was doing, he made me feel seen before he even knew me.
Not only was he doing the work, but he built the structure in which we all participated in, right? He was the grown camp counselor. So his impact on the culture cannot be overstated because there's a difference between culture, influence, and power. And he had all three of those.
There's like street art, there's fine art, then there's the highest of the high, haute couture. I don't think anyone has been able to accomplish what he had accomplished.
But I can't underscore enough the triumph of him doing Louis Vuitton, and that he was there in Paris and he nailed it.
Step 2. Weaponized drop culture. Limited runs and countdown timers. They brilliantly adopted the scarcity model from sneaker culture and applied it to apparel, creating immediate high-velocity demand.
People see me as the collaboration, the guy. They're always like, "How is it possible that you're collaborating with all these brands?"
I have wondered that. I'll be honest.
We can talk about that as well. What I learned about contracts also is the non-compete agreement. The non-compete agreement essentially is when a brand lists the brands that you are legally not allowed to work with. Some brands have longer ones than others.
Right.
And so with the partners that I've always had, I've just worked within those non-compete agreements. So awesome. I've always found it funny that people think that I'm like figured out some secret to work with different brands, but it's simply just working with my lawyer and moving within a non-compete agreement, you know, in the right way.
You're reading it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
It's key. People don't do that
anymore. It's not genius remotely. It's, I'm just trying to like work.
Step 3. Influencer seeding. The new word of mouth. They bypass expensive traditional advertising by sending clothes directly to tastemakers. A few reposts from the right people, and suddenly that $20 blank becomes a must-have piece selling for $80.
It's okay, I got a pelt for you too, Grandma. Okay,
outside. Now take that shirt and them shoes off.
Step 4. Algorithmic velocity. Memes, reels, fit pics, or even light controversy. Anything that triggered engagement. Because in this new era, hype wasn't organically built over years. It was algorithmically triggered in days. They found the fastest path to market validation. Why did this resonate so deeply? Because Instagram sells more than clothes. It sells immediate affiliation. This shift meant consumers could proactively define their image instantly. The clothes became an accessible badge of entry into an online tribe. The success lay in tapping into that deep human desire to signal status and belonging digitally. The success of the blueprint created a dilemma. Once people realized how easy it was to replicate the look, everyone did. Now Instagram is flooded with the same minimalist hoodies, the same generic serif fonts, and the same essentials-inspired sweatpants. The formula became too obvious, creating an endless sea of copycats. This isn't a judgment on the initial pioneers. It's the inevitable side effect of a highly effective, easily replicated business model. Instagram gave everyone a voice, but then drowned them in noise. But the most successful innovators are already adapting. They move beyond the temporary aesthetics, understanding that culture is the ultimate glue for loyalty. Some brands are evolving beyond the feed. Cortez built a movement through real-world scarcity and communal experience. ALD built a world, a deep, authentic universe that feels lived in, not just photographed. These brands don't chase the algorithm. They build cultural gravity that pulls people in. Simultaneously, new designers are looking past the feed entirely, using TikTok for raw vulnerability, Discord for true community ownership, or even building physical pop-ups to create tangible hype. Instagram changed everything. It shattered the old gatekeepers, giving anyone with a phone the power to compete. But this speed made fashion disposable. Anyone can launch a brand, but building a lasting one requires more than just a great photo. We are now witnessing the balancing act, a generation raised by the efficiency of the algorithm, desperately trying to find substance and legacy in a world built on fleeting visual appeal. In the end, did we just learn a new way to sell shirts, or did we learn a new way to build a business? If you've ever bought a hoodie that perfectly matched your feed, you participated in one of the biggest commerce shifts of the decade. Drop a comment if you got a favorite IG brand that successfully evolved past the initial blueprint. And if you like this deep dive, check out my last video, The Vaccine of Sneaker Culture, because this isn't the end of fashion, but it's new beginning.
I'm too nice? Yes, you're too nice.